Hello everybody, my name's Chris and welcome to my channel, Sharp Edge Woodworking. Today I would like to talk to you about a new tool I recently acquired. This is the Duo Dowel Jointer by Triton. Now I looked into getting one of these to speed up my assembly processes in situations where I don't really require a mortise and tenon joint, but I require something more than just a glue joint. Now there have been tests done between the differences of mortise and tenon joints and dowel joints in this comparison, and dowel joints hold up really well against an alternative mortise and tenon joint. So it's a viable option for me in my situations, and since I've had it, I've used it to make sort of small pieces of furniture, face frames. I've even made larger pieces like garden gates using the larger diameter drill bits, just to really sort of test this to its maximum capabilities, and I found it holds up really well. So what I want to do today is just showcase this machine a little bit. I'm going to demonstrate making just a simple frame, and I'll show you how it operates and its functions and features. So stick around. So this is the frame that we are going to assemble using the doweling machine. And what we're going to do, we're going to drill aligned opposing holes in all four joining corners on both workpieces. And the first thing I'm going to do is set the machine up for this particular application, starting with the depth of cut. So in this particular case, the material I'm working with is about 33mm thick. And I want my holes to be approximately half the distance through the material. So somewhere on that line there, 16-17mm, and the same in this face here, somewhere along that line there. So what we do, we have our depth gauge on the side of the machine in here. So all we do is simply release the tension and move our arrow up to about 15mm, 16mm, and lock it down. That has now set the depth where we want it to be. So now with our depth set, I need to establish how deep I need to drill my holes. Now the machine offers a range between 0 and 40mm drilling depth. So for this particular application, I'm going to choose 30mm. And we set that on the side of the machine with this gauge here. So we're now ready to make the marks for our joint. And if you've ever used a biscuit jointer, the principle is fundamentally the same. We're going to make marks across both pieces of timber to reference the machine against, and when it makes the cuts, each one will be equally aligned. So for your benefit, I'm going to use a fine permanent marker. Now this machine drills holes at 32mm centres. So I've got a board here wide enough to accommodate 2 holes here and 2 holes on this side. So that's how I'm going to do it. So my first, this is a centre line. One there. And one there. So we'll have 2 holes either side of those lines. I have my workpiece clamped in place and I'm now ready to make my cuts. Now as you bring the machine to the workpiece and look through the viewer, you should be able to see 3 guidelines which are etched onto the transparent face on the machine. Now the centre line is your centre point. The line either side is the centres of your drill holes. So we take our centre line and align it with the pencil or the marker mark that we made earlier. And we are now in position ready to drill. We repeat the same process on the other side and then on the opposing piece. Okay, so let's see how we did. We take some dowels. These are 12mm dowels that I've cut to 50mm. A nice snug fit. That's nice and flush on the front and the back. I have come out of alignment ever so slightly. I think that's more me focused, not concentrating, focused on the camera. But that can just slightly be trimmed off after the fact. All in all, glue that, cramp it, nice strong joint. So I'm going to repeat this process for all 4 corners, and that's pretty much it. Job done. Okay, so I glued this together, clamped it, I've taken it out the clamps and sanded it, and we're finished. Everything is very tight, very smooth, my joints have no gaps, and everything is rock solid, those joints very, very strong. So this is just a frame for a little small project I'm working on, which I used as a demonstration piece to show the machine. But you know, this could be anything. You can put a rebate in, drop a panel in, you've got a small door. There's all sorts of things you can do with this. So I'm very, very happy since I've had this. Now the machine itself, out of the box it comes only with 8mm drill bits. There are additional 10mm and 12mm drill bits you can buy. I did that and I'm glad I did. I like having the larger size drill bits for larger size workpieces. So everything else seems really well made. The fence and angle plate is very stiff, it doesn't flop around, so you can set that, you can dial that in and lock it off. The height adjustment works on a rack and pinion system, so it travels very smoothly and very true. Again, all very good. Now I have made slight modifications to mine as to how it comes out of the box to slightly improve its accuracy and its general operation for my purposes, for what I use it for here in my workshop. If you wish to see those videos, you can find those on my channel, Sharp Edge Woodworking, and if you haven't seen one of these before, you have now. So thanks very much for watching, and maybe I'll see you again. Bye.